ask for what you want? Most of us don't. We wish, we hope, we might drop vague hints, but we don't really ask for what we want. And when we don't ask for what we want, we can end up settling for less rather than best. And the gap between the life you're living and the life you wanted widens. And you start forgetting about that thing you've been wanting to do, that dream you've been dreaming about, that idea you've been wanting to create. Truth is, most of us have never been taught how to ask. So we do it wrong. We get a no, maybe we have a bad experience, and the next thing you know, we stop asking together or we hesitate. We don't ask for that career promotion that we deserve. We don't ask for help launching that business idea, and we don't ask that one person that could create a new opportunity for us. Speaking of opportunity, there I am in my cubicle, red polo shirt, khaki pants, got laptop under my arm, help desk tickets in my hand, USB drives are in my pocket. I mean, full-on tech support gear. I'm ready to go to work. Now, I was headed to the VP of Sales office. He was having trouble with his laptop, and I was the hero that's going to save the day. I get to his office. You got to understand something. Sales in this company is the holy grail of opportunities. If you wanted the big bucks, if you wanted to level up, you wanted to get into sales. And the VP of Sales, well, he held the keys to the sales kingdom. He was an intimidating figure, though, tall gentleman, and he was hard to get access to. I got into his office and started working on his laptop, pulled out my tech tools, when in comes another tech support person thinking he had the ticket for that call. And in that moment, I saw a guy, also my age, red polo shirt, khaki pants, you get the picture, right? He does this courageous thing. He looks at the VP, looks back at me, and then looks back at the VP, and he asked the VP of Sales for a job on the spot. Now, you have to understand something. Everybody, including me, we knew they weren't hiring. We were all waiting for a position to become available. But in that moment, it will forever be defined as before the ask and after the ask. You see, the VP of Sales turns to him and he says, "We're not hiring. Look around. We don't even have any room for you. There's no cubicle space for you at all. But we'll make it work because you asked." Wait, what? Did I just see this? You're going to make it work because he asked? I couldn't believe what was happening. I just kind of felt like I was fading into the background, working on his laptop, thinking how I just lost out on a $20,000-ish moment because I didn't take the opportunity to ask. Why? Why didn't I ask? As I headed back to my cubicle, that question just kept hitting me and hitting me and hitting me. Turns out, I didn't ask for the same reason many others don't. Rejection. You see, in the previous company before this one, I had asked for a promotion. I was more than qualified for, by the way, but I didn't get it. I was told no. I was rejected. And if we're being honest, rejection stings. In some cases, it's even more than that, right? It paralyzes us. And when you start associating asking with rejection, when you connect those two together, well, you've stopped and you've lost before you even get a chance. And then that vicious cycle of self-doubt starts to kick in, and you might start believing all those negative vibes and negative words that you're telling yourself. I could not let that happen. I wasn't going to let that happen. There was no way. So I started studying everyone and everybody that I saw doing the ask. I needed to learn. I needed to understand, how do they not let the fear get in the way? How do they find the strength to make the ask? And how do they not feel selfish making an ask that's so ambitious, that's really all about their personal self-benefit? I got a lot of answers from a lot of people. But there was one answer that kept coming. It was the common thread that tied it all together. It's the one yes. The one yes. The one yes took away all the pain from all those no's. The one yes is that moment now in their lives that will forever be defined as before they asked and after they asked. And I just want to get you to that other side. And it's all in the way we ask. You see, most of us, we aren't strategic about our asks. We wing it. We shoot our shot and we hope for the best. We do what my coworker did. Just wing it. Now, he got lucky. But hope and luck are not winning strategies. Having a consistent formula and having consistent effort are winning strategies. Part of the problem with all of this, though, is that our ask can feel so big. We need to break it down into smaller steps. So, for example, on my next big ask, after losing that big $20,000-ish moment in my life, I wasn't going to let that happen again. So, I changed up my process. I asked the local GM of a radio station for an 11-minute call, and he said yes. That set me up for a face-to-face intimate meeting, which gave me the opportunity to do my ultimate ask. That ultimate ask was to host my own show on his station. Now, I didn't have any college experience with this, and I didn't have any professional experience with this. And it worked. He said yes. It absolutely worked. I got on to WEAA, Morgan State University Public Radio, and it absolutely worked. From there, I started using this same formula again and again and again. Over the years, this formula was working. I used it to then get onto NPR. I used it to get onto the Today Show. I used it to get on local TV. I used it in front of people like Spike Lee and Al Roker. And it was working. So much so that it ended up creating a pathway which led to the creation of the Never Settle Show, a show that my business partner and my wife, CEO Nicole, came up with after bouncing back from being broke, a show that's to help entrepreneurs, creators, and people pursuing their dreams and their passions. We launched this show, against all odds, by the way. And it turns out, due to the ask, that little show that could went up against some big networks and won its own first Emmy, which was incredible. It's not about the Emmy. It's about the potential in all of us. If we do the ask and you do it more often, the chances of you getting the wins in your life become greater. After that moment happened, I said, how can we help other people get the ask? So today I would love to share with you the formula. I call it the ask in threes. Now, the ask in threes are three fundamental elements: auditory, sight, kinesthetic. Each one of these things is going to help you land the yes. Each ask is intentional and purposeful. Now, your first ask is going to be very easy for you to do. It's going to be low effort on their part. So your first ask is to ask for an 11-minute call. That's it, 11 minutes. Why? Because that makes them curious and it makes you interesting. You see, most people will have no problem saying yes to 11 minutes because it's short and believable. Why? Well, because we've ruined all the other ways of asking for someone's time. Can I have a minute of your time? No, because the last time you took it was more than a minute. That's a lie. Who here knows what I'm talking about? When's the last time someone said, "Can I have 5 minutes of your time?" And they ran a 60-minute marathon? Right? Well, those phrases no longer are trustworthy when it comes to acquiring someone's time. Yours is. Ask for 11 minutes and only take 11 minutes. That builds trust. People are not really thinking about the value of putting trust into the ask itself. But trust is the first thing that we want to project. During those 11 minutes, you're going to ask questions, identify their needs, their wants. Try to estimate the value of going further. And in that same 11 minutes, you're going to do your next ask. Now, this is the sight part of the ask. It's a little bit more effort on their part because you're going to ask for a face-to-face. Now, this could be over Zoom. This could be over coffee, lunch, at their office. The point is to get face-to-face for a more intimate discussion. And that's going to set you up for your third ask. The ultimate ask, the big ask, the moment you've been waiting for ask. And this is the kinesthetic part, the action part, the part you're going to step into that ask and lean on action. Now, this is going to admittedly feel maybe the most scariest. But when things are scary, that's where personal growth explodes. So we want to embrace that. So you're going to make the big ask. Maybe it's to shadow that legend in your industry for the day. Maybe it's for that significant career promotion. Or maybe it's that introduction to that one person that could change your life. So the ask, auditory, sight, kinesthetic, the three elements to the yes. The 11 minutes helps you estimate. The face-to-face is intimate, which sets you up for the ultimate. And one last tip. Whenever you hesitate to make that ask, think this question to yourself. Who am I fighting for? Make that answer bigger than you, and you will always have the courage to make the big ask. So how long do you think it takes for you to truly ask for what you want so that you could change your life, so that you could do something different and have something different? Well, a lot can happen in just about 11 minutes. Thank you.